Hello, it's me, and this is digital design. So early in the year, we had to do a project called typography, and if you see here, I chose to do my own Nicki Minaj. Typography is a type of thing where you take a picture and you take words that are around it, that are based around it, and you morph the words, shape them to go with the picture. So when I turn on the original picture, there it is, and when I turn back off, it looks just like it. So this is digital design, and I have one. What's good?
Sepia, and I made a new layer so that I could take out the damage on it. And then I kept adding onto it and I kept fixing it and making it look more presentable. And then I added the hair and the dress, and I'm just basically toned down the transparency to match the color and how soft it would be back then. Then I also did a advocates filter for paperfuls because I support it.
Hi. So what I did was I also did an advocacy poster. I chose addiction. I know people who have struggled with addiction. So what I did for this is I couldn't use a real cigarette, of course, because it's bad. But so what I did was I took a Post-it note or a piece of paper and I rolled it up and then I burned the end so it looked like a cigarette. And then I took the burn tool, which you see is here in this burn tool, and then I just created smoke coming up so it looked like it was being lit and being smoked. And then I made the size much bigger so I could create clouds, or if you want to call them that. And then I didn't want to make it too busy, so I just added the number and then the website to go to if you're struggling with addiction. And these are both legit and actual websites.
Alright, and for the next I'll be showing is character animator. So how this works is you have to draw a character in any way you can. You can either do it through Photoshop or you can do it on paper, and then you can transfer it from paper onto the computer, and then you redraw it into Photoshop, and then you have to do a whole bunch of different mouths. So like you see here, it's like making like mouth movements according to what I'm saying, and it has an audio connector over here, not a connector but an audio level to show you what exactly it is hearing. And so when you get into a comfortable position with the facial recognition, you hit set rest pose and it'll go back to normal. And then follow your pupils, follow your movements, and it'll be all like, oh hey, how's it going? And that's character animator.
So what I did for my 3D animation is I made a little robot guy. And I modeled the face after the Tin Man off of Wizard of Oz and the arms off of the robot in Lost in Space using little toruses. So let's put in the walls and let's check out that animation that I made. For our final project last semester, we also had to put together a representation of a freelance organization using skills that we had today. So I chose freelance directing and modeled an entire theater company around that concept. We used Adobe Slate to present this, and mine is in the published version. But Alex made one, and his is in the editable version, as you can see.
Alright, so here is my presentation of a website. I chose to do one called Auto Redesign, which is all about redesigning business cards and all that kind of stuff for other businesses. So in the project we had to have at least 15 slides if I remember correctly. And so like this is one slide, this is two, that's about three. And so if you see like right here, you see the little pluses, that means that you can add something right there. So you hit that and say you want to do a link. You say like, oh, this is a link to blah, 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 and then you put in whatever link it is, and then when you save it, you hit the link and it'll go to our website. That is, of course, when you're in the published version. And so keep on scrolling. Each one of these basically counts as a slide. Like each major part is a slide. Like that's a slide, and then this is a slide. And then you try to make it look as professional as possible, like an actual website would be. And that was mine. Now Maddie is going to show you what a published one will look like.
So we have the beginning page there, and then we have just like a little blurb of what it's about. And then I put in a picture that has a little thing that comes up, and when you scroll, it'll scroll with you, which is kind of fun. That's one way to put in a picture. Another way to put in a picture is to have just the picture and then a caption below it, which I did with one sentence or a phrase or something like that to break up a lot of information that I had in a paragraph before. And then also there is room to put a link to Facebook and other contact information. I put in some more information about what the theater does, and then I put in this nifty little thing called a glide show. What it does is you have the image pop up in the background, and then you have this scroll up. And then as it goes to the next slide, it fades into the next image, and then another little thing comes right back up. And I chose to do this for my experience to show, hey, this person doesn't know actually what they're talking about after you scroll through all the information about what it's about. And then there's another little picture and a caption, and then they have these things called photo blocks, which is basically a collage of photos that you can put a caption to. You can also put in a quote, and then I put in, to finish it off, a photo of me, and another quote. There's also a cool thing that you can do, which is called appreciating a page, which is almost like liking a Facebook page. And that's all.